Experience hospitality the Northwest way at the Everglades Hotel. Located on the banks of the River Foyle, the Everglades Hotel is just minutes from the centre of Derry, Londonderry, with free on-site guest car parking. Whether you're here for a family meal, a big celebration, or simply a peaceful retreat, we'll make your experience as memorable as the sights in the city. Visit Everglades Hotel Derry for accommodation bookings, the latest menus, live shows and events, and much, much more. See you there.
Gabriel, I know we're at the launch of the Ulster Championship, but obviously the league's it's just finished for a lot of teams. You are still in it, so you have a league final coming up this week.
Yeah, I know, it's great to be in the league final. I suppose we're lucky enough, we're not out in the championship for another 3 weeks after that, so it's kind of ideal for us to get a league final in Croke Park 3 weeks before we play at Donegal or Derry. Look, I'm delighted to be in it, because obviously the priority was to get back up to Division 1, and then a league final in Croke Park, it's a bonus. The league, that's the way the league is played. There's days when you might be missing a few players more than the opposition, and I think that was the case today. We played Roscommon. But listen, they were missing a couple out there too. They were missing Enda Smith and one or two others. So yeah, it'll be interesting now to see next week. Look, at Roscommon are a top team. They come down from Division 1 along with us. They have excellent forwards. Be interested to see which 6 Davy picks, because they probably have about 10 top class county forwards. So we know they're going to bring a serious threat in the forward end of things. But it'll be good for us, great for us to pitch ourselves against that 3 weeks ahead of championship. And hopefully, it was a good game between us and them over in the Hyde. They just come out the right side of it. I imagine it's going to be another tight game on Saturday evening, and with a bit of luck, we might come out the right side of it this time, And
of course, Croke Park, Gabriel, there's never a bad time to play in Croke Park, and I suppose a national final too. It's nice to get a run out in it.
Yeah, look at it as a GM, and if you're a player, you want to play in Croke Park, and as a coach or a manager, you want to be on the sideline in Croke Park. It's our national stadium, and obviously, if you're going to play there, it's a big game, and there's usually a prize up for grabs as well. So yeah, it's great to get to play a final in Croke Park.
And I suppose in terms of preparing for the league final, it's a quick turnaround. Like, you only have a couple of days. So
yeah,
obviously, as players coming before, so you know the opposition. But for yourselves heading in that final, like, does anything change, or is this just another? It has been week on week already, so
yeah,
it's just another game, really.
Yeah, it's just another game. Look at it. It's I suppose the priority will be to freshen the lads up this week, and it's count the bodies. That's what you do every week in the league. I mean, we'll see. We picked up a few knocks yesterday. Hopefully nothing too serious. We obviously picked a couple up against Meath the previous week. A couple of boys didn't play yesterday because of that. So we'll be looking at them this week as well. And as I said, counting the bodies and picking the best and fittest 26 players we can gather up and go to Croke Park and give it a real go.
And how have you found things, Gabriel? I know you've been in the background before, but I suppose being the man of the bonnet a bit on him, has it changed things at all? Is the workload's maybe heavier, is it?
Yeah, the workload's definitely heavier, because as the manager, I suppose the buck stops with the manager, and I suppose when I was number 2 to Vinny, I suppose most of my conversations was with him and then with a number of the players. Now, as the manager, the entire backroom is obviously coming through you, and obviously a lot of the players as well. So yeah, big workload, but I have really good men with me. Andy Moore leads the coaching side of things, and he's top class. John McElhone is with him. Dermot Malone is with him. Dermot McCardle contributes to that as well. So I've really good men with me, good men on the strength and conditioning side of things, and good men in the back room that I would call the unsung heroes of every county setup, who do a lot of unseen work. So a lot of really good people there. And of course, the most important thing of all is the players. And the players are great to work with, and you get your energy from the players. So I'm really enjoying it, yeah.
And you mentioned Andy Moore in there. I suppose his name gets linked to the way he's been scoring so heavily in the league. And how pleasing has that been, Gabriel, since that, with Conor McManus stepping away, there's maybe a question mark over Monaghan's forwards, but like the amount of players, he's have Jack McCarron there, Conor McCarthy scoring, Michael Bannigan, Stephen O'Hanlon, like loads of players have stepped up, Stephen Mooney at times as well. Like there's been so many players have stepped up for scoring rates.
Yeah, there was very few stepped up yesterday in the first half.
Yeah.
We got 1-3. We got a goal in the first minute and we didn't score again to the 21st minute. So I was flagging Andy about that this morning. I said, you've been getting all the plaudits. So I said, you have to take the blame for this. But no, I have a great relationship with Andy. And Andy has added so much value to me and to the setup. And he's a great guy to work with. And apart from the amount of work that he does and the entire management team do, I think there's a really good camaraderie has developed as well, and look at we have a bit of crack, and we can take the pee out of each other as well. So and that's what we were having a laugh about this morning. But we've had 14 halves of football in the league so far. We've had 7 games. I think we've only had 1 poor half. So if you had offered me that at the start of the league, I'd have taken that.
And coming into the championship from Division 2, Gabriel, we know like Dublin and Armagh won All Ireland from it, so no pressure. Like,
No.
but is it I'm not sure it's a nicer place to blood players, but maybe a wee bit easier that in Division 1 maybe you're punished more with inexperienced players, but in Division 2 do you find it's a wee bit easier to get new boys in or to get minutes into the legs maybe?
Yeah, a lot of people would say that. I'm not so sure it really adds up. I mean, I was involved with Monaghan for 2 years in Division 1. The thing about Division 1 is that, and you've even seen it this year too, teams are in a bit of a hurry to get to 6 points, but once you get to 6 points, they're not, after that, they're not that bothered. So it depends on when you get teams in Division 1. Now, having said that, 6 points usually guarantees safety. Tyrone's after being relegated on 7, which I think is the first ever.
Yeah.
But Division 2, there's a lot at stake because there's no bigger jeopardy in any division than in Division 2. You know, it's such a thin line between qualifying for Sam Maguire or being in the Talton Cup. So there's a lot of jeopardy in Division 2, and therefore, although I mean I'm not for 1 minute saying the standard is as high as Division 1. Of course, it's not. But there's a lot more jeopardy. So, is it easier to blood a lot more players in Division 2 or in Division 1? I don't know. To be honest, the way I looked at it was, I'm trying to mould a Monaghan team and a Monaghan squad, not just for this year, but over the next few years. And so therefore, what guided us in everything we did this year was trying to further that project as much as we could, game by game. And we'll continue to do that this weekend. I mean, we want to win the game in Croke Park this weekend, but yeah, we'll probably look at 1 or 2 other things this weekend as well, because we're only 3 weeks away from championship.
And we're talking about blood players, but you have the likes of Roy Bagan and Darren Hughes and boys like that that are still knocking about. And I know Gaelic Life colleague Mal McMullen done a piece on Darren this week, like, and it's just the service that them 2 boys, I suppose, have given, and the fact they're still doing it at the highest level. It's testament to them. Yeah,
Darren Hughes is just a brilliant lad to have around the place. He's an absolute role model in Monaghan football. He's been giant on the field for us for years. He got a very bad injury last year in the championship against Cavan. To come back from that at 37 years of age, he's 38 this year. To come back from that and play club championship last year for Scotstown, helped them win another club championship, and to come back in to give whatever he possibly can to this next phase of Monaghan football speaks volumes about the man. I couldn't have any higher level of admiration for Darren Hughes and the standards that he sets and the example that he gives within the squad to the younger players. Absolutely brilliant fella. Carl O'Connell is back as well. Carl got a couple of wee setbacks during the league. The last couple of weeks he's been training really well. He was back in the 26 yesterday against Down. And hopefully we'll see Carl getting game time in a Monaghan jersey again soon. And he's another guy, exemplar in terms of a role model with the younger players in the squad. So great guys.
And just before I let you go, Gabriel, as I said, we're at the Lancelot's the championship. you have a league final to look forward to, and then you don't know who's playing the championship yet. So I suppose it's difficult for you to sort of turn your attention towards the championship just yet.
Yeah, well, listen, to be honest, once the league is over, we really are turning our heads towards the championship. Yeah, I'm really looking at the league final as part of our preparation for that. Because it's only 3 weeks out. Whether it's Donegal or Derry, we know it's going to be a massive task. Donegal are one of the favourites for the All Ireland. Won the Ulster Championship last year. Beaten in the All Ireland semi final. Certainly could have won that game. And Derry won the National League last year. Squad full of talent. The last twice we met them in Ulster Championship to give us a couple of big beatings. So under no illusions about the star quality in both those squads. They've been playing at Division 1 level. We've been playing at a level below that. So we know that we have to. We're going to have to raise it another level to be able to compete with either of those teams in 3 weeks' time.
Experience hospitality the Northwest way at the Everglades Hotel. Located on the banks of the River Foyle, the Everglades Hotel is just minutes from the centre of Derry, London Derry, with free on-site guest car parking. Whether you're here for a family meal, a big celebration, or simply a peaceful retreat, we'll make your experience as memorable as the sights in the city. Visit Everglades Hotel Derry for accommodation bookings, the latest menus, live shows and events, and much, much more. See you there.
Bialphonic.com.
Micheál, yeah, you're in the Division 2 league final, I suppose, the start of the year. That's where you set out to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're looking to start of the year, and obviously the aim would have been to get back up in Division 1, and yeah, a league final comes with that.
And how have you found the league campaign? Obviously, like down in Division 2 for the first time in a long time, the new rules, new management, like it was a big start to the year for you.
Yeah, well, that was it. Like, we're probably in a lucky position that not too many of us had experienced the Division 2 league campaign. So it was new to us, but yeah, we found it really, really enjoyable, like under the new rules as well. And so yeah, we're really happy with our work to date.
And it was such a competitive league, and shown probably by the last round, yourselves and down. And
Yeah.
there was a lot of upsets maybe in the last round, like that probably highlighted how competitive it was.
Yeah, really, even in every game you went into, you were just thinking, that there was a real chance, a real threat of every team that had serious players, and especially under the new rules as well. You couldn't look into too much what they'd done previously. So yeah, every game you were into, like there wasn't much between any of the teams.
Coming up against Roscommon, obviously you've played them before. I think it was down in Roscommon,
Yeah.
and you lost that one. So a chance to get one back maybe.
Yeah, 100%. As I said, Buddy wouldn't be happy with our performance down there in terms of, we give away I think maybe 4 or 5 infringements of the rules that probably just you can't afford to with the punishment stake, and then just general performance. Like, so yeah, look, get one back. We're probably just looking for performance again this weekend. It's great preparation into the championship, so that's what we're aiming for this weekend.
On a day out in Croke Park, you can't turn that down.
Yeah, absolutely. Under lights too. Yeah, really looking forward.
Was it under
lights Saturday evening? Yeah,
so
looking forward to it. Yeah.
Have you ever played under lights before?
Yeah, we played Dublin last year in the league under lights. Actually played Dublin twice in the lights, Croke Park. So yeah.
Was that semi-final a couple of years ago? Was it?
No. Both were league. Both were league. Yeah.
So you have experienced that before.
Yeah.
I suppose leading into the championship, Micheál, you don't know who you're playing yet, and you have a league final. So has attentions turned to championship just yet, or
no?
Wait till after the weekend?
No, probably not, because obviously we're still in league campaign. We still have the league final to go through, so we're definitely all our eggs in that basket at the moment. And as you said, that's probably helping the fact we have to wait in the winners of the preliminary round anyway, so we can't really turn our head to the championship just yet. So yeah, no, we'll look after the business hopefully this weekend, and yeah, and we'll see who we face then in the first round.
And I suppose Ulster probably the last province really standing, and again from the outset it's going to be incredibly competitive and hard to call.
100%. I think there's 4 or 5, maybe 6 teams in Ulster. We all looking at the same thing, thinking that if we get a run together here, we can win it.
And I think that's the big thing about Ulster, that there is 5 or 6 teams that on any given day can beat each other.
Absolutely, yeah, really even. So yeah, look, we'll see what happens.
And just in terms of your own sort of form at the minute, Micheál, like yourself and Stephen O'Connell and Jack McCarran, like there's probably big shoes to fill with McManus leaving, but you've all sort of took on the scoring potential yourselves.
Yeah, probably impossible shoes to fill.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at, as I said, the new rules really helped us. We're getting 2 for 1 of what he would have got.
Aye.
He kicked a lot of his, and you look back where he got a lot of his scores from over the years. I'd say majority more 2-pointers. So we're probably getting 2 for 1 of what his scores were. So yeah, we still probably won't catch him.